All right, big news, everyone. First of all, where'd he go? Saunders is here visiting. He's in there somewhere. Our unit's right there. This unit just became available, so we got it. Kind of a no-brainer. I think it's 500 or 600 square feet, connected to our shop through this door. We just have to remove this panel that's welded in. And then, yeah, this is our new, what do you call it, addition? Expansion?
It'd be kind of cool if the mezzanine's connected.
Well, that's what Sky was just saying. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
They just put a door through it. Pop a door through there. So we just moved the surface grinder because one of our neighbors is a welder grinder kind of guy. He's going to grind away the tack welds on the door, and that'll give us full access to the shop next door. And then he's actually going to move that plate and weld it to the other door that connects to his unit. So making progress, and then eventually surface grinder, bead blaster, old tumbler, storage stuff, this tumbler, the heat treat, everything's going to go over there. It's going to really free up a lot of space over here. Can't wait. We got a totally full house today. My dad is in helping us with some IT stuff on the website. Saunders is here. All our staff is here. Falcor is here. It's awesome. So we've got Saunders visiting. He brought a profilometer, which is a measuring device that can measure any surface, but specifically our lap surfaces. So the little diamond tip comes in and measures every little bump. So Angelo has run these before, so they're kind of playing with it right now. And getting pretty good readings so far. You adjust the height of the needle up and down, and the arrows tell you which way you need to go. There we go, until they kind of both point at each other. Then you hit the button. It starts dragging across, bouncing on all the surface imperfections. Those toolpath lines are crazy. So Saunders brought some toys with him. He brought his hardness tester just so we can compare his versus ours. His is kind of neat. How does this thing work?
Have a precision or calibrated center punch with a specific ball. So it would be similar to a Rockwell drop tester, but this is a portable and less expensive sort of unit. So you push it down. It's an automatic punch, and then you use this backlit gauge to simply measure the size of the ball D10s, which I think is the original Rockwell test itself. Was a test of how much a steel ball will D10 in a piece of steel. Like this is it. That's even how our Rockwell tester works. It's just ours is different. Okay, that's not bad. Right, and cool. Again, the idea is you can take this in your day back or whatever. Right. All right, let's come check out ours on the same blade. I got this Ames hardness tester from eBay. What did I pay for it? $500 or $600 or something? Pretty good deal. They're like 2,000 new. Sweet. Oh, cool. Right? Came in this sweet old-timey case. Actually, what was it? It has some like old machine shop written on the inside. Sure. Comes with the test blocks. It comes with some extra anvils. Okay. And then I 3D printed this holder with our logos in it, which we screwed to the case, which is nice. It helps us actually mount it, so it's not handheld anymore. And then we got this LED light, which seems to help too. Because I found with this, if you look at it here and you look at it here, different numbers. You get different numbers. And so you kind of, let's see. Well, yours are right there. I don't want to go on yours. Was it you preloaded? Like you preload it to the set point. Like you neutrally calibrate it so that then you turn this so that the dial goes to the dot. Put this in there, crank it until it's set. And this is where you got to get your eyeball kind of, and you don't want to move your head after you do it. So I'm looking through here, looking at my set line, and then I rotate this turning knob here, until it touches.
Okay.
Oh, and I forgot, I actually have to be able to see both, something like that. And then there's actually two lines, like a witness line on this glass thing,
Okay.
and then the lines on the thing. So I can go forward or back and know that, okay, I gotta stay right here. And then I crank this up until the dial goes to 150.
Okay.
And then I back it off until the dial goes to set.
Oh, and that's
And then I look.
the delta is
Yeah.
your...
And then I can look right through here and I see we're at 61.
Sure.
So it
Right.
is awkward with the light because you really have to be able to look at both that and that. But the light helps a lot. And the magnifier helps a little bit too. It's 61.
Yeah, so your hole is back here.
Yeah.
So I wonder...
Yeah, if you look at that hole, granite plate on the one side.
Interestingly, it shows the same ball, 65. Like, look, it's, yours gave it a crisper, greater.
Cool. Dude, thanks for coming by.
Awesome.
What'd you learn?
Talking about the flow, like thinking about you in the new shop, like what do you buy next? What do you think about this lapping machine, the next lapping machine, positional 5-axis stuff, workflows for the machine, bottlenecks.
Yep.
Yeah, all that stuff. Awesome. What'd you learn?
I forget.
Yeah, exactly. We're tired.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's been a big few days.
Yeah.
You come up and we just do everything.
Boom. That's fun.
right.
So yeah, we played with some new metrology tools.
Yeah.
For sure, that's cool. Like
I'm excited about that.
little things like what do you have for how you hold those end mills over there is really cool, and how you use a micrometer, or I'm trying to think of a better real example. But always cool to like just actually spend time in someone else's shop.
Because everybody's got their own different ways of doing it, and it's
Yep.
it's good.
Cool. Thanks
right.
for having me, man.
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
See you next video. Bye.